Raider Nation, what's good? It's time to fire up that silver and black passion because we're diving into the 2025 season, and the Las Vegas Raiders are ready to shake up the AFC West. After a brutal 4-13 campaign in 2024, our boys are reloaded with new talent, a legendary coach, and a hunger to prove the doubters wrong. Can the Raiders climb out of the division basement and shock their rivals? Let's break down how they stack up against the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos in this stacked division. Buckle up, this is going to be a wild ride. The AFC West is a gauntlet, folks. The Kansas City Chiefs have owned this division for 9 straight years, and with Patrick Mahomes slinging the ball, they're always a threat. But the Los Angeles Chargers and Denver Broncos aren't slouches either. Both made the playoffs in 2024, leaving the Raiders as the odd team out. The question is, can Pete Carroll, Gino Smith, and rookie sensation Ashton Jany turn the tide? Let's dig into the matchups and see where the Raiders can strike. Last season, the Raiders went 0-6 in division games, and that stung Raider Nation. But 2025 is a fresh start. With a revamped offense and a defensive-minded coach in Pete Carroll, there's hope we can steal some wins against our rivals. The schedule's tough, 6 divisional games, including late-season clashes against playoff-caliber teams, but I'm feeling optimistic. What do you think, fans? Can we finally break through? Here's the plan. We're going to walk through each divisional matchup, break down the challenges, and predict where the Raiders can make noise. From a Chargers ground game to the Broncos' beefed-up defense and the Chiefs dynasty, we've got a lot to cover. So, grab your silver and black gear, and let's talk about how the Raiders can shock the AFC West in 2025. The Chargers are first up, Raider Nation, and this matchup is going to be electric. Los Angeles comes in with a potent offense led by Justin Herbert and a running game that tore it up in 2024. Our Raiders face them twice, early in Week 2 and later in Week 12, and these games could set the tone for the season. Can our new-look offense keep up with their firepower? Let's dive in. The Chargers running back, Amarian Hampton, is a beast, and their ground game was a problem last year. But don't sleep on our guy, Ashton Jany, the 2024 Doak Walker Award winner who racked up 2,601 rushing yards in college. This matchup is shaping up to be a clash of titans in the backfield. If Gino Smith can spread the field with Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, we might just keep their defense honest. What do you think? Can jeanty outshine Hampton? On defense, the Raiders have work to do. The Chargers' offensive line is stout, and Herbert's quick release makes him tough to rattle. Pete Carroll's defensive schemes, honed from years in Seattle, will need to dial up pressure to disrupt their rhythm. If Christian Wilkins returns to form after his 2024 injury, our D-line could make life tough for LA. How confident are you in our pass rush, Raider Nation? Splitting the series with the Chargers feels within reach. They're a playoff team, but our offense has upgraded big time with Chip Kelly calling plays. I'm calling a 1-to-1 split, stealing one at home in front of the Raider Nation faithful. Drop your predictions in the comments. Can we take both games, or just sneak out one W? Next up, the Denver Broncos, and let me tell you, Raider Nation, this rivalry is personal. Denver swept us last year, and their defense, led by Vance Joseph, got even scarier with additions like Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Hufanga. We faced them in Week 10 on Thursday Night Football, and again in Week 14 at home. Can the Raiders flip the script? Let's break it down. Denver's defense was a top unit in 2024, but teams like the Bills exposed their weakness in the middle of the field, rushing for 210 yards in the playoffs. That's where Ashton Jany comes in. He's a game-changer who can exploit gaps. If Chip Kelly schemes up some creative runs, we could gash them on the ground. Who's ready to see jeanty run wild in Denver? On the flip side, Bo Nix is no joke in his second year. The Broncos' offense is clicking, and their pass rush is relentless. Our offensive line, bolstered by Alex Kappa, needs to hold up to give Gino Smith time to find Donnie Thornton or Jack Beck downfield. If we protect the pocket, we've got a shot. How do you see our O-line matching up, Raider Nation? I'm predicting a split here too. Denver's defense is tough, but I think we steal one at home in Week 14, feeding off the Allegiant Stadium energy. The road game in Week 10 might be a tall order, but But if Nick's has a sophomore slump, we could surprise them. What's your take? Can we sweep the Broncos or just snag one? Now, let's talk about the big dogs, the Kansas City Chiefs. These guys have ruled the AFC West since 2016, and with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, they're still the team to beat. We faced them in Week 7, on the road, and Week 18 at home. Raider Nation, can we finally knock off the champs? Let's get into it. The Chiefs' offense is a machine, but their O-line showed cracks last season. If our defense, led by a healthy Christian Wilkins, can get after Mahomes, we might force some mistakes. Pete Carroll's track record of developing defensive backs could be key in slowing down Kansas City's passing game. Who's our X factor on D, fans? Max Crosby, anyone? On offense, we've got the tools to compete. Gino Smith, who led Seattle to 3 straight winning seasons, knows how to handle pressure. Pair him with Jany and Bowers, and Chip Kelly's scheme could keep the Chiefs' defense guessing. If we control the clock with the run game, we might just steal a game. How hyped are you for this matchup? I'm bold on this one, Raider Nation. I think we take one from the Chiefs, especially in Week 18 if they rest starters. The Week 7 road game is tough, but with Carroll's game plan, we could make it close. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Can we upset KC and shake up the division? Let's zoom out and look at the AFC West as a whole, Raider Nation. This division is a bloodbath. Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos all made the playoffs in 2024, while we went 0-6 against them. But with Pete Carroll's leadership and John Spytek's roster upgrades, the Raiders are poised for a bounce back. What's the ceiling for this team in 2025? The Chiefs are still the favorites, but NFL.com predicts the Broncos might steal the division crown with Bo Nix and their stacked defense. The Chargers, under Jim Harbaugh, are expected to take a big step in year 2. Where do the Raiders fit in? I think we're the wild card nobody's ready for. Agree or disagree? Fans? Our offense is loaded with playmakers. Jeanty, Bowers, Myers, and Thornton. And Gino Smith's experience gives us stability. If our O-line holds up and Chip Kelly's play calling clicks, we could outscore some of these high-powered teams. But the defense needs to step up, especially against mobile QBs like Mahomes and Herbert. What's the key to our defensive success? Carroll's defensive-first philosophy is perfect for the AFC West's offensive firepower. His ability to develop defensive backs could help us contain guys like Travis Kelce and Ladd McConkey. But it's his energy and culture building that might be the real game changer. How pumped are you for the Carroll era, Raider Nation? On offense, Carroll's leaning on Chip Kelly to unlock our potential. Kelly's up-tempo scheme was revolutionary with the Eagles, and with Jany and Smith, he's got the pieces to make it work. If we can control the tempo and limit possessions for Mahomes and Herbert, we're in business. What do you want to see from Kelly's playbook? Let's shine a spotlight on Ashton Jany, Raider Nation. This kid's a superstar in the making. 2,601 rushing yards in college, second most in FBS history for a single season. Drafted early in 2025, he's got no competition for touches, making him a legit Offensive Player of the Year candidate. How big can Jany be for us? Jany's vision and explosiveness are perfect for Chip Kelly's run-heavy scheme. Against the Chargers and Broncos, his ability to hit the second level could be a game changer. Pair that with Gino Smith's play action, and we got a balanced attack that keeps defenses guessing. Who's ready to see Jany break tackles in silver and black? The Chiefs' run defense ranked 8th in 2024, so Jany will have his hands full in those matchups. But if our O-line, with Alex Kappa's veteran presence, can open lanes, he could feast. The Athletic noted Denver's weakness in the middle. Jany could exploit that big time. What's your bold prediction for his rookie season? With no real competition for carries, Jany's poised for a monster year. If he stays healthy, 1,500 rushing yards isn't out of the question. Raider Nation, let's hear it. How many yards do you think Jany racks up in 2025? Drop your numbers in the comments. Gino Smith, Raider Nation. Let's talk about our new QB1. Traded from Seattle, this two-time Pro Bowler knows Pete Carroll's system like the back of his hand. After leading the Seahawks to 3 straight winning seasons, he's ready to elevate our offense. Can he be the answer we've been searching for? Smith's not a superstar, But he's steady, 223.4 passing yards per game with Seattle last year. With weapons like Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers, and Donnie Thornton, he's got more to work with than ever. If Chip Kelly's scheme maximizes his quick reads, we could see some fireworks. What's your confidence level in Gino, fans? The AFC West defenses are no joke, though. Denver's pass rush and the Chargers' secondary will test Smith's pocket presence. Our O-line, despite its 2024 struggles, added Alex Kappa to shore things up. If they give Gino time, he could carve up secondaries. How do you see him handling the pressure? Let's talk defense, Raider Nation, because that's where Pete Carroll's going to make his mark. Our D was inconsistent in 2024, but with Carroll's schemes and a healthy Christian Wilkins, we could turn heads. Facing Mahomes, Herbert, and Nix twice each, can our defense step up in the AFC West? Max Crosby is our heart and soul, and he'll need to lead the charge. Carroll's history of developing DBs could elevate guys like Jack Jones to contain deep threats. But the key is stopping the run. Jany and Hampton will test us, and Denver's ground game is no slouch either. Who's our defensive MVP this year, fans? The Broncos added Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Hufanga, making their defense a nightmare. The Chargers' linebackers are fast, and the Chiefs' front seven is disciplined. If Wilkins returns to Pro Bowl form, our D-line could disrupt game plans. What do you want to see from our front seven, Raider Nation? I think our defense holds opponents to under 24 points per game in divisional matchups. If we can force turnovers and get off the field on third downs, we'll give our offense a chance to shine. Drop your defensive predictions in the comments. Can we shut down these high-powered offenses? Raider Nation, let's talk schedule. Our 2025 slate is brutal. 5 of our final 6 games are against 2024 playoff teams, including the Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, Eagles, and Texans. But with only 3 other playoff opponents outside the division, there's a path to a winning record. How do we navigate this gauntlet? Our home games at Allegiant Stadium will be electric. The Raider Nation faithful can rattle Herbert and Nix, giving us an edge. But road games in Denver and Kansas City are daunting. Carroll's got to scheme up something special. What's the key to stealing a road win in the division? I'm sticking with a 10-7 prediction, with 3 divisional wins and a wild card push. The schedule's tough, but with Carroll's experience and our new talent, we're ready to surprise. Raider Nation, what's your win total prediction? Let's hear it in the comments. All right, Raider Nation, it's time to wrap this up and look ahead. The Las Vegas Raiders are entering 2025 with a new vibe. Pete Carroll, Gino Smith, Ashton Jany, and Chip Kelly have us dreaming big. The AFC West is a beast, but we're not backing down. Are you ready for this season? This is our year to turn heads, Raider Nation. A 10-7 record, a wild card spot, and maybe even a playoff win? I'm all in for the silver and black. Let's pack Allegiant Stadium and show the AFC West what we're made of. Who's with me? If you're hyped for the 2025 season, smash that like button, drop your predictions in the comments, and subscribe for more Las Vegas Raiders news. Share this with your fellow Raider fans, and let's build the nation stronger than ever. Until next time, stay proud and keep the faith. Raiders for life.